Okay, so something that I'm learning on this, while doing these videos, is that when I have something come up, because a lot of times if I'm not in a place, I'll write it down or something. When I have something come up, then I just make a quick video on it. And I wanted to talk about, I talked a little bit about it in this morning's video, but I really want to talk about it in particularly about ringing our own bells, about being our own cheerleaders, about bringing our own good attributes forth and being able to say them, owning ourselves, not only owning all the places that I feel that I'm not standing up in, and I'll stand up in those places, not like that. In a place where you can own both your strengths and the places that you need work. I'm looking for the cutting board. I put it over there on the table. So it's like being our own best friend, being our own cheerleader, putting ourselves on a pedestal, looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying, yeah, look at that. Okay, so you have all these, honestly. And it doesn't have to be something negative. I think that in today's society, we were kind of thought these are greens that I also picked out on my hike this morning, but I also went down here to the end of the road and got some more greens. I'm going to make them I cut them up and they turn into, it's kind of like spinach. They turn into like very little. And I'm going to cut them up with onions. And these are chicken eggs from my parents' chickens. So I went and got some chicken eggs this morning. I think I'm going to do some onion first. So, if we are the ones that know ourselves the best, if we are the ones that have our own unique talents and if we sit around waiting for somebody else to come and tell us how great we are, we may be waiting our whole lives. We may be waiting forever. And besides anybody else coming in, people can come in and see good attributes and give you compliments, and it's really nice. It's nice, but nobody from the outside can see you as well as you. You can see yourself the best. You know exactly what your talents are. You know exactly what your strengths are when you allow yourself, when you allow yourself to get the big head, right? Because we're all taught don't show off, or when we're little kids and we do something and they people tell us, oh, you're showing off, and then you like it's almost like that's the worst thing that you could do is show off. So we're taught to be timid, and we're taught to not shine, and we're taught to be what is the word? Modest. And I'm not saying that we need to go out and like show off in a negative way, but we do need to realize ourselves. And in order to realize ourselves, if we have talents and special gifts to give to the world, we have to first know what they are and be willing to say what they are. And the world believes you. You come to the world and tell the world that you have all of the, for instance, with me, I have a lot of talents. And it doesn't mean anything about anybody else's talents. Everybody else has their own talents, and I have a lot of talents. And just in the recent years, am I able to really sit down and say I'm a good artist? I'm an excellent artist. I know how to articulate. I know how to put things that are very complex ideas when I understand them well. I know how to put them in very, very simple words so that I can pass messages along. I know that I have, when I'm in my center, that I channel messages through me. I know that. That is a complete knowing. And those things are things that somebody else can tell me topically. But until I realize them within myself and I own them within myself, I can't take them and harness their power. So we are the ones that we need to watch our language that we speak about ourselves, speak nicely to ourselves about ourselves. When we are introducing ourselves to others, tell them all the good things. Tell them, I can do this and this and this. Tell them, and you see, as I say it, it's not in a way of, oh, look at me, I'm so cool. It's in a way of, if you want to be able to use your talents, your God-given born talents that you were given as a child, and you want to be able to properly use them to, what is the word? Master your gifts. Master your gifts. If you want to learn how to master your gifts, you have to first be able to see them, comprehend them, and say what they are, and physically say what they are to other people. It might feel, you might be totally embarrassed in the beginning to like say something about myself, like good. It's like, ugh. You can't like muster up the and then you might even get from insecure people that aren't used to that. You might even receive a, what are you showing off? Like, what are you like? But it's that same mechanism, fake it till you make it, and practice until it becomes natural for you. So you have to start somewhere. You could even just be looking in the mirror at yourself. And when I came back from the States and I was going through rehab and from alcohol, right? I got off alcohol and I was going to therapy, and my therapist, and just regular conventional therapy. And my therapist said, why don't you look in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you, and tell yourself, and it was so cringy for me. It was like, ugh, I can't do that. I can't look in the mirror and tell it just sounded funny. Now I love doing that. It's empowering. And so sometimes you just have to understand something and push through it. And once you push through it, then it becomes like a second nature. But somebody was writing to me about putting my twin on a pedestal. And then in this morning's video, I was talking about, yeah, I put him on a pedestal. Yeah, he's great. Of course I put him on a pedestal. He deserves that pedestal. He earned that pedestal. And then I was thinking, but it's not like I'm belittling myself because he's on this pedestal up there. No, I'm like rising up to the pedestal. I'm also purifying myself. I'm catching up. Like if he's up there on the pedestal because he has done the self-work and he is in a place of self-mastery. And he even told me once, that he's worked really hard to get to the place where he's at, where he is always in that place. Well, I don't know if I can say definites, but where he is in a place of calm, in a place of knowing, in a place of self-mastery, in a place of mastery of emotions, in a place where he can give tough love and then stand strong in the repercussions, like the whatever comes back at you, like the consequences. Like if he gives me a lesson, and that's the way I take it, right? Because I can only see it afterwards. And I go through a whole bunch of pain. He can stand right there and look me right in the eye and not let me off the hook, which is tough love, because it is allowing me to do that self-work. It allows me to rise up. And every time I get over one of these little humps, it's another let go. It's another let go, another let go, until I'm going to be completely free. So I'm rising up to that pedestal too. It's not like I'm putting him on a pedestal and I'm down here in the grunge, wanting to be in the grunge. No, I want to be on that pedestal too. And that's where I'm working at and achieving, going through this whole spiritual awakening. And like, this is a doozy. It is like fast track. Fast. It's like hair straight back kind of fast. Okay, well, I just wanted to talk about, toot your own horn. Yeah, you are great. Every one of us is great. Notice your greatness. Come out and shine. Somebody sitting in the corner going like this, waiting for somebody else to come and discover them is silly. I did that for years and years and years. I always had like this energetic thought in me that somebody's going to come and discover me in this avatar and pull out all my talents and see how talented I am. Yeah, but first I have to show the world those talents, and besides, I'm the only one that really truly knows who I am and really truly can get to know all of my gifts. They're mine uniquely. Nobody else can look from the outside with their gifts that they have and completely see my gifts. Just like I can't all the way, I can see other people's gifts, because they're shining their gifts, but I can't know every little nook and cranny of somebody else's gifts because I'm not in their psyche, and those aren't my gifts. My gifts are my gifts, and I can know my gifts intimately, and I am the only one that can bring myself forward and bring myself out and kind of like, what is it when you take a book and you bring it out? You like, I don't know. I'm the only one that can put my crown on me. I'm the only one that can fully know who I am and my greatness and my talents and my weaknesses and the places that I can still stand up and I'm the only one and I can't hide from myself. Hiding from myself is putting myself to sleep. It's refusing to do the spiritual awakening because it is so difficult to go through yourself and to find all those places and reprogram your mind in those ways. See how this is connected to the video I did before about how you have to reprogram your mind and stuff about practical spiritual work. So yeah, we are each tooting our own horn. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, yeah, we each bring our own greatness forward and freely talk about it and freely accept ourselves and know our greatness and know it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, not to here and not to there. It doesn't matter. Anybody else's judgment of us doesn't matter unless we take it and use it to do internal work or decide that has nothing to do with us, right? Anybody outside of us doesn't have anything to do with our spiritual work, right? I mean, it's not. See, this isn't absolute because other people can help us and ignite us and be mirrors for us and be way showers and hold our hands during this. But the spiritual work, our internal spiritual work, we are the only ones who can know exactly what it is. And we are the only ones that can do it for ourselves. So it's like that video I did yesterday of the external and the internal Messiah. We have to be our own internal Messiahs. That's just... You can't go lay in bed and call your mama to come and do your spiritual awakening for you. Besides the fact that they probably caused half of it unknowingly. Yeah, lovingly, I'm saying that. I have a great relationship with my parents. Okay, so thank you for watching.